All right, so we're back here on another Couch Coach Live. We're back here once again on a hump day. Couch Coach Live, we're here. We got our guys here. What's going on, JB? What's going on, Maui?
Rashid.
None much. Same old, same old.
Yes, sir. We got special guests in the building.
not special guests.
Hey, we try to get you on at least twice a year. I know we're trying to get you. Yeah, you've been grinding, man. Shout out to our guy, Chris Bolton.
What's up with
going on? What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, not much, man. Life's good,
Yeah, man. He was on the Christmas Day episode of Couch Coach Live, and hey, it's Christmas in July again, so we here.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man. I think we gotta do that like every year. Do the preview of the Christmas Day games.
Man,
Like
that was fun.
that was fun. Yeah. It was rocking the Christmas sweater and all that. Like,
Oh yeah, we can get the Christmas sweater. I'm gonna get my Grinch suit, all that.
yeah, we definitely gotta get that going. But yeah, man.
Chris,
So.
Hey, Coach, you gonna have that ugly sweater on like you be rocking, man?
Yeah, absolutely. always rocking the ugly Christmas sweaters. Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yes, indeed. So, man, Chris, you've been pretty busy this summer. As far as you've been very, very busy, man. And you covered a very historic College World Series run. The beloved Mississippi State Bulldogs winning that College World Series, man. Let's get into that. Your thoughts on not your thoughts, but just to recap, just everything, just how everything kind of played into just the ride. How was it, man?
Man, it was incredible. It was amazing, and honestly, it was unexpected. I mean, for one, State has never won a national championship, so of course, them winning this championship, first ever in school history, that's a big deal. But if watching this team all season, bro, you didn't really think they were just that amazing. They didn't have that one quality, like, man, they can really bat. They putting up some runs, or wow, the pitching is lights out day in and day out. It wasn't like that. They just knew how to win. I guess that was their quality. They just knew how to win, knew how to figure games out. So, man, just going on this ride, they win the regional. Okay, of course, we expected that. They're hosting. They're gonna win the regional. Go to Supers. It goes 3 games against Notre Dame. They get the win. Like, okay, we're going to the World Series. Mississippi State, they always make it to the World Series. Then next thing you know, man, they win a couple games. Like, they might be here a little while. They might try to do something. Then they mess around, make it to the championship series. Like, hold on now, are they really about to do this? Like, is this the team of all the teams that's about to win? A team that wasn't really just amazing throughout the year. And man, they figured it out. It was crazy. You would have. I mean, I was out there in Starkville when it happened. When they had the final out, I was in Starkville, in StarkVegas. You know what I'm saying?
We know.
I was at in the district, at the Cotton District, and man, it was everything you expected to be. I mean, it was madness, crazy. People hugging, screaming, cheering, crying. Yeah. The city didn't sleep that night. Yeah, man, it was amazing. I never seen anything like it, and it's something I'll be able to tell my kids about one day.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Hey, my brother was there, man. My brother went to every game, and I'm looking at IG, his story, and I'm like, man, what's going on? Because I work so much. I'm like, what's going on? And he just promoting State, and I'm like, and I watched the highlights today, man. And no offense, I haven't really watched a lot of sports. I've been working so much, man. So I said, I'm gonna sit down and watch the highlights. I'm not gonna disrespect Chris. I'm gonna go in there prepared. You know what I'm saying? So, but as they went, I just felt like against Vanderbilt, man, they had them outfielders just running all over the place. It's like they didn't know what to do. It was just straight. We're not gonna play straight dominance. The no hitter. You can tell, like you could just tell all around. Like they was just together. Once the no hitter kept going, they was like, "We gonna keep this going. We gonna keep this going." And then they hitting, they running around. I was like, "Man, the outfitters look like, man, y'all gonna help me?"
They didn't ease up. They didn't ease up
at all.
They add runs every inning, whether it's 1 run here, 2 runs there. Then they messed around, had that big home run, the 3-run home run later, and that was the one that really sealed the deal. That's when. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Mississippi State fans, they have been so close to winning the championship. So this is the most anxious fan base there is. They are not they will never be like, okay, we got this. No, this is the same fan base that saw Enrique Ogumawale knock down that 3-ball from Notre Dame in the women's national championship. This is the same fan base that beat UConn, but got right there and lost to South Carolina in the national championship game. Dak Prescott and Mississippi State had made it all the way to number 1 in the country. Then they got brought back down to earth, losing a few games, didn't win a championship, didn't make the college football playoffs. So this fan base has been through a lot. They've seen the team get right there. So after that home run, they finally could breathe a little bit. Like, okay, I think we got this one. We're up 7-0. I think we got this one. And there it is, man.
So I have a question for you. Coming from Vanderbilt's perspective, do you think that do you think Vanderbilt getting that basically buy into the championship, do you think that came back to haunt them? Do you think they were not tested enough? Because it seemed like to me with Vanderbilt won game 1, didn't they?
They did. They had game 1. They had
but it seemed like once the going got rough that they didn't handle adversity well.
Them talking about like getting the bias in like that NC State.
NC State, because to me, what I got from it, my takeaway from the College World Series is like maybe if NC State doesn't have that COVID outbreak, maybe we have NC State versus Mississippi State in the championship. And because NC State was on fire. I mean, their run was like really impressive, and it was just unfortunate that they basically their season was ruined by COVID. So
definitely, bro. I mean, because they beat Arkansas, and Arkansas throughout the season was the number 1 team in the country. So they were the ones that got Arkansas up out of there in super regionals. And NC State, they were looking good. So, there is a good chance we could have had a Mississippi State NC State championship. But I mean, when you look at the rosters, though, Vanderbilt had a squad. They did. Clearly, you send 2 guys top 10 in the Major League Baseball draft. You had 2 pitchers go top 10. Not just get drafted, but we're actually top 10 picks. Y'all know how the baseball draft is, bro. It's like 50 rounds.
Yeah,
it's 1,000 rounds in that thing. Yep. So they had Leiter. He did his thing game 1. He was rested up. But as Mississippi State, they got that dog mentality, pun intended. They battled through, won game 2, didn't let game 1 affect them, didn't let the Vandy getting extra rest and being able to pitch Jack Leiter on game 1. They didn't let that affect them. Won game 2, and they was out there on the mission game 3. That game could have went for 18 innings, 27 innings. It didn't matter how long it was going to take for them to get that win. They were going to get it.
Yeah, man, definitely. So, fellas, let's address the elephant in the room this week. Stephen A. Smith, let's get that going. So, on First Take on Monday, he, just talking and doing his thing. So he pretty much was talking about Shohei Ohtani, the pitcher from the Los Angeles. They're Los Angeles, Anaheim.
They're Los Angeles.
It's complicated.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he went on First Take and he said the following. But when you talk about an audience gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, I don't think it helps that the number 1 face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying in this country, close quote. So I'm going to go around the room. Malwa, your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith's comments?
I've been tossing around which way I wanted to go. Bottom line is, it in this climate now, and just in general, you shouldn't even say anything like that to me. And I always talk about marketing too. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
So I don't think you should even say that. And then it's baseball. Baseball is really an international sport. And I don't know why this gentleman, Chris, just basically talked about Mississippi State and how they had all this anxiety. It's those things about sport. We know what I'm saying. Once they won and they was moving forward, that's the beauty of sport. You know what I'm saying? The friends that don't know each other, different races, giving the high fives and things of that nature. And when you have you want the top players, you know what I'm saying, to play. So it should not make a difference if they need an interpreter or not. And I don't even understand why you even say that. Me personally, I think Stephen A is getting older, and I think they overworking him, and he's on too many things. He looks. The more I see him now, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been working like crazy, and I haven't seen him much. He's looking older and over every day, and he looks tired. You know what I mean? And I just think he's doing too much, and then he says something out of the mind, almost look like he's freestyling or something, and then he has to apologize. You know what I mean? I think he needs to slow down some. You know, I think he's at a place in his life. I think he's at a place in his career and in his life that he needs to slow down, and then maybe he won't put himself in these predicaments anymore. That's my take.
Mm-hmm. JB, your thoughts?
So, I mean, this is not shocking for me. I mean, he's always crossing the line, and I think we're probably going to get into the Nigeria situation maybe a little bit after this. But, when you look at baseball is really an international game. And, as a person who lived in Korea for 10 years, I can tell you that like baseball is huge in Korea. I actually went to the NPB, which is the baseball league in Japan, is if you can't make it in MLB, you can go to the NPB and make some nice money there. Baseball is huge in Japan. And, what difference does it make if the person can't speak English? I mean, I don't understand that, like folks around the world in Asia love baseball, man. And most of the fans there can't speak English. And I mean, to even go further, the MVP of the American League last year, I can't think of his name right now. He's from Cuba. When he accepted the MVP last year, he was not speaking English. He used the interpreter. So, I mean, I don't understand what that has to do with it. Here's my thing, man. Like, Stephen A. Smith is just ignorant. And I get tired of seeing this guy on TV with some of the stuff he's done. I've mentioned before on this show before, like the stuff that he did in the 2016 finals, like pitting Curry's wife. Yeah, Jose Abreu. Thank you, Bar Talks. I forgot his name. Jose Abreu. Bars Talks. Thanks you very much. Appreciate it. But the stuff he was doing, he was pitting Savannah against Curry's wife, and it's just like he goes too far sometimes. He's very ignorant, and he's gonna say the wrong thing one day, and he's gonna end up getting fired. I mean, Michelle Beadle already checked him when he made the comments about domestic violence, but she should have just kept to himself, and he basically had to apologize or he got suspended. So I mean, it's only a matter of time. He always is putting his foot in his mouth. And I hope we talk about this Nigeria thing later, because I have a tweet that I saw that I thought was very powerful. But I digress. I'm done with my comments at the moment. So,
CB, what you got?
I mean, I agree with my fellow gentlemen on the panel. I mean, I really think he's like we just said, he's overworked, and it's so much. If you're working so much and you got your hands in so many things, you're bound to put your foot in your mouth. You're bound to mess up. It's only a matter of time. So he's doing a lot, and they have him all over the network. You see him in the morning, you see him during the day, you see him at night. I mean, he's always working. So it's only a matter of time before you mess around and say something ignorant, and that's what happened here. And he got called out on it, and he has to do better. He needs to either be a little more calculated. I mean, I know he works hard, but be a little more calculated. Work even harder to not say anything wild and ignorant, or either just slow down so you can do that. So you can really make sure you have your takes together.
And you know what? I would give him a pass if this was the first time this had happened. I would say, oh man, this is just like him being overworked. This is a slip of a tongue. But it seems like almost every year. It seems like almost every year something like this comes up. Right. And to me, that's why I'm kind of not wanting to give him a pass about him being overworked. I mean, if he's feeling overworked and he can't control what he has to say, he needs to talk to ESPN and like, look, can you cut back my schedule? I know he's in his 50s now, but like, yeah. I
found out.
Hey, look, it's hard to say work me less when you're making 12 M's.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I found out he started on Hot 97 with I think Moni Love, something like that, a R&B singer. He's one of the original Hot 97 people. Ain't that crazy? And I'm sitting here like, I never knew that. This was like he's trying to take that drama and bring it in. I just think that he's at a place. He's been there for some years. He needs to have one show and then just focus on that show, man. And then, you know what I mean? And stop putting yourself into that predicament, man.
One also thing is, I'm not sure how fluent, just to go in another direction, I don't know how fluent Stephon Marbury is in Chinese, but that didn't stop him from being praised and loved when he played basketball out there and becoming a sensation. They have a statue of this man out there. So, you know what I'm saying? So we can't make that. I don't think you can make that same comment and say, like, you know, Ohtani isn't good for baseball when I don't know about y'all. I watched the home run derby. I haven't watched that in a minute. But I wanted to see how Ohtani was going to do. So he's a big deal.
Is Major League Baseball hurting? Is it hurting right now?
No. I don't think so because we're talking about it. And how much do we ever talk about baseball?
Well, they were hurting last year due to the pandemic, but 2019 was a great year for baseball. I think baseball had actually finally fully recovered from that 94 strike. They made so much money in revenue in 2019, and this year they're making a bunch of money too. I mean, this guy's from Japan. Japan might not be a big country, but 130 million people live in Japan, and a lot of them, the games come on TV there, so there is a renewed interest, and the MLB is making money because these Japanese networks are buying the rights to the games. So I mean, he's good for the game. He's generating revenue. When I went to Japan, you know, I went there 3 times. I went there once in 2010, 2016, and it's just amazing when there are Japanese players. There's like so much merchandise being sold. You have people wearing the hats, the jerseys. You know, the people are at the bars watching the Milwaukee Brewers. It's crazy. You would never think that a person from Japan would be rooting for the Milwaukee Brewers, but because Japanese players are playing in these cities, I mean, you know, it's good, man. And even in Korea, you've seen an influx of Korean players in the game. So like now, Ryu Hyunjin, who plays for the Blue Jays now, he came in with the Dodgers, and my friend who still lives there, he's like, you know, they're showing Blue Jay games every day now. Blue Jay, you know, Korean people are becoming more familiar with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and some of the other people. So I mean, this is good for the game when you have people from different countries playing in the MLB. It's good. It's great. It's amazing.
Yeah, and the thing that gets me, well, first, Steph, I know Rachel Nichols is finally gonna have a quiet night tonight. In the last 48 hours, she's had a very quiet night. The pressure's off for her at this point. But in all seriousness, Stephen A. Smith, this is another thing where I don't think it's more so it's him as far as him being overworked. They're putting him in spots where he really doesn't know the knowledge of it. I think that's where it really what ultimately boils down to. Because most of the time when he talks about stuff that's non-basketball, he misses the mark.
Oh yes,
regardless of the thing. But this one, you look at it from a standpoint of it's an international game. You don't really fall. It's 2021. The game is global. Every sport is global now. You don't have to rely on a U.S. audience. That's just like you saying Yao Ming 20 years ago when he came in the league. Oh, he needed an interpreter. That's bad for the league. No, it helped the league grow. Because now they have a cultural icon in Yao Ming in the same this type of situation. And the thing about it, and I just found it just very weird. Like, this is another situation where you got to read the room. And with these type of situations, you know, like I forgot, I think you, JB, was talking about it. Time period and what's going on in this climate. For you to say something of this nature, you know that's not going to fly. So for you to even kind of even make that kind of statement to yourself is like, all right, I need to kind of check and kind of what this is about. But it's another thing with Stephen A. And I'm not surprised because, and I think sometimes I feel like he does this stuff intentional in a sense, just to get the thing. Because when you sit down, like, he used to say a lot of weird stuff. Like the other week, he was saying, you know, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think about is how I can make my boss more money and how much I can get more of it.
Right.
And I'm thinking
that's who he is. That's who he is.
He's
the guy that they put out there. Like you just said, we're not talking about Rachel Nicholson right now. We talk about him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, Howard Bryant made this point on the Dan Le Batard show, but just saying, like, you know, there's a difference between media and journalists. I mean,
Right.
Stephen A. He was a journalist, but that's not what he is right now. He's part of the media. Sports media, talking about everything, trying to get those buzz going. Putting clips on Twitter and having people talk about it and blow up. And that's evident here. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not a journalist. That's not what he's got going on right now. So this is another case of the bad sports media when stuff like this happens.
Yeah, actually, to James' point, where he said he's on his brand now. Shout out to Bars, he's right.
I mean,
and that's like
Bars dropping the bars.
Bars. little Daniel Jones. Shout out to Bars.
But he kind of like for me with everything going on, and he's been getting a lot of heat lately, and you can see it's weighing on him too. It seemed, I really believe, like this situation in Nigeria and even this one, it kind of like was said just to calm some things down around that station, because they was getting a lot of heat. You know what I mean? A lot of heat. And I think that's what he's there for. I hate to say that. The more and more, I'm trying to keep my mouth shut from not saying it, but I'm really thinking that's probably part of his contract. You my cleanup guy. You can take it. You know what I mean? And like I said, he comes from, I didn't know this. Like, I'm talking about early Hot 97. I'm talking about with all the drama and crazy stuff they used to do before they got big. He was a part of that crew. I'd never heard that before. That shocks me. You know what I mean? But again, I feel like he's a little overworked. And what I mean by that is that he got to be on everything. Like, why are you at UFC? Don't nobody care. Last time you did that, you and Joe Rogan got into it. You know what I mean? Just do basketball and football, man. It seemed like that's where you got somewhat of your knowledge for. Just stay out
and even with football though, Maui, man, like he'll be saying somebody's on the team and they're not on the team, or they're injured and stuff. Like, he just needs to do basketball.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah.
And he was on the injured reserve.
And Teddy Bruschi.
You just saying that because he dogged the Cowboys, man.
No,
that's
I'm not.
I'm messing.
Yeah, I know. Him and you have to have the resident cowboy haters on every network, so like it's Shannon and it's him. So I don't take anything they say serious. But no, man, even with the UFC thing, like like Joe Rogan was trying to tell him, like, look, man, like, you can't say some of the stuff you're doing and then you want to come to these events. Like, these people are going to host up, because he was trying to say, oh well, so and so was scared, and like Joe Rogan fought in UFC. He's done MMA, and like what Joe Rogan says, sometimes when you are a UFC fighter, and this even happens with boxing, sometimes you get hit so hard, you're rocked, you don't know what to do, and it's not about you being scared. It's just sometimes you're shocked because that's what happened to homeboy against Tyson Fury. I mean, he got rocked early in the fight, and he just was never the same. It was like he was shell shocked, and then Stephen A. Smith posted a video like he was straying. Like, look, man, I'm just gonna say this, man. Joe Rogan would beat the mess out of him. If they fought in a UFC fight, Joe Rogan would destroy him. And Stephen A. Smith can pretend like, Joe Rogan would destroy this guy.
It was his ass.
Yes, he would.
But I think that he's getting that $12 million for. I think he underpaid. Because he's everywhere. He's always been everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's all over the place.
Like, you got Greeny and Golick, like, man, we gonna get paid. We gonna sit right here and do one show, and we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stephen A's been there long enough that he should have one show. And then, you know what? I bet you he might not even be in the predicament that he in. You know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is. It's Stephen A.
But yeah, I mean, because what you think he do First Take. He got his own other show like on ESPN Plus.
Mm-hmm.
He do the Sports Center, I think, like once a week. Did he do all the fights and stuff? He's everywhere.
He do the fights,
and he get ready to be on the soaps. I think he get ready to have a. I don't know if it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be a recurrent role, but I think he's gonna have a significant time. I think he's gonna have an action scene this time. I think he's gonna have more of a prominent role on General Hospital this time than I think he's had in the past.
Have you noticed none of his shows make it? Like his actual show on ESPN, like he's had like 3 or 4. They never make it. It's like he just better off. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah, like that's all he needs to be. Like, he don't need to do nothing else. But that's why he's just narcissistic and he's selfish. You want everything to be about him.
Well, I wouldn't say it's him being selfish. I think it's more so the network pushing him to do these things. Because it's almost, and I don't know if you guys, Chris, I don't know if you remember. I don't know. Did we talk about Addison Rae in the group chat the other day? Remember, Addison Rae from the UFC. Well, because the influence of her, as far as she was supposed to get that gig at UFC, but she was saying only 3 months or whatever. They said third, but she had like 4 million followers. So she had 4 million followers. So that's why she got that gig. And the same thing for Stephen A. Smith. I just think that he draws eyes to his content, fairly or not. But people love Stephen A. Smith. May not, he has millions of followers.
We got to. I mean, he's there. We got to because he's there.
Not necessarily. I mean, people you don't have to. Yeah, people love him. That's what I'm saying. He's a draw. Like we don't have no choice. You have tons.
Man, they like Baby Steve. They like Baby Steve.
People like the energy. People love
right. People like that.
Charm, how
right.
he is. Yeah, he's a talent. People like it.
It's 2021. You have a multitude of choices. Like Stephen A. Smith isn't the only person. He's not like this. Ain't like the old days where you just had like the who else? Dan Rather, all those guys. Like you just had one news anchor, whatever. You got tons of people, but people love Stephen A. Smith. I mean,
I'm telling you, it's gonna be one day we gonna watch it. And Stephen A. gonna be like, "Hey, how you doing? What's up? Hey, Molly. Hey, Mac." And he gonna fall asleep. Because the last 2 days I seen him, he looked like
because you think about it. Think about it, right? Because he was at UFC. UFC that was in Las Vegas, wasn't it? Was that? I forgot where it was at. But anyway, it was just that point. But then he gets on the plane to go to Milwaukee, and then he back in New York on Monday, and then he probably going to Milwaukee tonight. Well, so dude's everywhere.
He's like Visa. He's like Visa.
He's all over the place. But like you said, that's ESPN just putting them in situations because they love him. They why not? I mean,
he's the money maker.
He's a money maker. He's the one. He's carrying ESPN. He is. You can't spell Stephen A. Smith without ESPN.
Some days I wake up just to figure out what could I do to make Couch Coach Live more money.
Because
I'm getting it, baby.
I know I couldn't believe it. I was like, when he said that, I thought he got hacked. I thought he was hacked just like J. Will.
Oh yeah, he was on that yak. That's what was wrong with him. He was on that yak.
Yeah.
Who says that? Like I understand. I mean, it come from him. I get it, but yeah. So let's talk a little USA basketball. So all right. So we had 2 exhibitions that didn't go well. Obviously, the Nigeria 90-81 loss, 90-87 loss, and then Australia, led by a guy Patty Mills.
Patty Mills, sir. He tapped into that 2014 2014 Spurs Patty Mills.
And they lost Australia, but then they bounced back yesterday and won 108-80 to Argentina. So, fellas, the biggest question mark is, should we panic after 2 exhibition losses? I'm going to go with you first. JB, your thoughts. Should we panic?
No, not really, because the roster is not completely set yet. We actually have 3 good people that are going to be coming to the team soon, and Drew Holiday, Middleton, and Devin Booker, who are definitely going to, lessen the load. So some of these people who have been getting time in these games thus far are probably not going to be playing in the Olympics. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. But just going to throw this out here. Pop is the coach, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to say this, man, but I think Pop is cooked as a coach. I think he's cooked. I mean, I haven't seen. I haven't really been impressed with what he's done in the last 4 or 5 years. I understand that you had 3 Hall of Famers that you had for your whole time, but I just really haven't been impressed with what Pop has done with that team. And actually, you could make the argument that he's the one who ran Kawhi Leonard off because he let Tony Parker and Ginobili put things out in the media about Kawhi, and Kawhi basically was like, "Fuck this, I'm out of here." But I don't have a lot of confidence in Greg Popovich anymore. I really don't. But I wouldn't be worried about it. I still think that they're the favorite. Like I mentioned before, Booker, Middleton, and Holiday will be coming. And one of the big things with FIBA, man, FIBA's definitely more physical than like the NBA game. Is the rules are a bit different. But Booker is going to be huge for the team because with Booker and with KD, you're going to have two people who can create their own shot. And I think that was one of the big things that killed them in the FIBA World Cup in 2019. They really only had one person in Kemba who could create his own shot. But now you're going to have KD and you're going to have Booker. So I'm not worried about it too much. It's an exhibition, but I am worried a little bit about the coaching staff. Are they going to be able to push the right buttons? I thought Pop was a master game planner. I thought he made really, really, really good in-game adjustments, in his heyday of coaching. But like I mentioned before, I haven't really been impressed with what he's done as a coach, in the last 4 or 5 years, really.
See, for me, it's not a matter. I'm really not concerned about Pop. For me, it's really a matter of I'm not panicking. My concern, I have concern about this team. I'm not going to panic. I do have concern though, but I had concern when they first released the rosters. I think it's the roster construction, and even when they get those other guys back. When you look at this team, one, it lacks a true big man that can bring rim protection. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that on this team. There is no rim protection on this team for real. And also, they don't have a floor general. Drew Holiday, combo guard. But when things get tight, they have plenty of guys who can go get buckets. Damian Lillard is a quote-unquote point guard, but I mean, he's a 2021 point guard. He's a guy who might classify as a point, but he's out there to get buckets. You know what I'm saying? He's not really a true floor general. So they're missing that floor general on this team.
Yeah, I feel you there. I think that they do lack rim protection, but I don't think that their lack of a center is going to kill them because I'm looking at some of the teams that are in there. I mean, it's not
going to kill them.
Yeah,
that
but
is the concern. I think more of the.
Yeah, I think that them not having a point guard definitely could help because I definitely think a person even at 36 years old, I think a person like a Chris Paul could definitely help them out when they're going get stuff.
This would be Aaron Fox, or I'm not sure. Did they make the call to get Trae Young? I mean, I haven't heard anything, but Trae Young, someone who can facilitate on the court, run that pick and roll, and dime everybody. You know what I'm saying? That kind of player. So they're missing that floor general. And if there's a close game moving forward, and you need someone to get everybody in their right spots, get everybody, get the right shot, that might be something that pops back up and is a problem for this team. But you look, I mean, the talent is crazy. You know what I'm saying? This is an all-star team. They should blow everybody out, even with those lack.
So Chris, I guess you're not a believer in Kevin Love as being a rim protector.
I ain't a believer in him being on this roster.
Right.
He was a diversity hire.
All right, Jalen. All right, give what they want. All right, Taylor Rose. Keep getting them what they want.
So I got a question for you guys. I'm gonna do the rosters. I wrote it down. You got Bam, Bill, KD, Grant, Love, Green, Holiday, Aveen, Tatum, Middleton, Dame, and Booker. Out of all of them, who got the best basketball IQ?
KD. Probably KD.
KD does. There.
KD.
I say Draymond Green.
Draymond has a great IQ.
Draymond,
yeah.
I think so.
Bam has a great basketball IQ.
Yeah, Bam.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason I said they don't have a floor generalship, but I don't think he's not a true point guard, but I feel like he could bring the ball up and set everybody in the position they need to be at. You know what I mean? A coach on the floor, because I don't see nobody else on here that I can say is be a coach on the floor than Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? But I do not like this roster. I looked at it. I said, it looks like that team that lost, they got the bronze and the tallest player.
Yeah,
the tallest player on that team was
look, you know what their problem was?
Larry Brown?
Yes. And I'm a Tar Heel guy. And
hold on. And Tim Duncan. That was their tallest guy. He couldn't even jump.
And it pains me to talk bad about Larry Brown. Really deep down in my heart, it pains me to talk about Larry Brown that way. There's another
Carmelo,
one. DMPs.
Look, you had Melo, LeBron, and didn't Iverson play on that
They
squad?
had AI, Tim.
Look, and the
Stephon
only person that
Marbury.
was balling. Yeah, he was the only one that was balling. And I'm sitting there like, and he's like, I don't want to play the young guys. They don't play defense. You're losing. You need to do something.
Yeah, that 2014. That 2014 was really sad. But I don't even think that was their best roster because a lot of people backed up because Greece was having a lot of problems at that time, and there was some fear that there were going to be a terrorist attack. So a lot of the players, Kobe didn't even play in 2004. Right. So I mean, they didn't have the best squad. But yeah, Larry Brown definitely didn't do any favors. He was just being stubborn, and I think that championship he won that summer kind of went to his head.
It sure did. Yeah, and poor kids in Memphis. Oh Lord, bless those kids, Chris.
I'm not saying I'm worried. I'm a little concerned though. I am though. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wrote it down. At first, I was thinking today, no, they good. They got Tatum. And I'm like, man, look at this squad. It's a bunch of ifers on here, man. It's some dudes that ain't even been in. I don't know.
And then when it's crunch time, when it's crunch time, do we want Draymond to be the one that's the guy who has the ball in his hands? That he's not the one that can create his own shot for real.
No, he's not. But I no offense, but when those games when they were really dominant, I know he's older. He was the one bringing the ball up. It wasn't Steph.
He was. Yes, he was.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. They can open it up.
That's something good to run during the game. Right. But when it's crunch time, that's why I have a concern. Because if it is a close game, you want somebody who has that capability of running the offense for real. And
all right, Chris, I was reaching. Okay, I was reaching. So who the hell else we gonna put on here? Holiday. I'm still worried about him tonight. Dame Dollar. I don't know.
Because those guys are great players, but they're great in situations where they have to necessarily be that guy that's leaned on for real. And when you have a team full of guys who are used to being in that role, everybody can't be in that role now.
Right.
So we'll see how it works out.
Right. Yeah, and as far as rim protection goes, maybe I'm in the minority here, but I really like Bam. I think Bam could be your actual rim protector if you give him running. Bam is actually really athletic. He can switch and stuff like that. So I just think it's gonna come down to whether Pop actually gives some minutes. I think that their two best rim protectors on the team are probably Draymond and Bam. But no, I feel you about the point guard situation because Drew is not really a point guard. He's a combo guard. Dame is not really a point guard. He's a flamethrower. Yeah. So
you might have a situation where Bam gets in foul trouble. And now we're playing Draymond at the 5. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This ain't young leg Draymond. This ain't my boy 2016.
Right. Let me ask you, who do y'all think they should get besides Trae Young to come? Which I agree with because but what other point guard do you think they should ask to play? I'm just saying. Would y'all think Lonzo?
I like Aaron Fox.
Chris Paul. Like you said, even at 36-year-old Chris Paul, I would take for this.
He got to run.
I would take him.
I'm gonna say Chris Paul. He's not gonna do that though. Even if the finals.
No. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even I would even take that. As far as if I had a choice. I'm not saying I've had a choice. Mm-hmm. If he was I would pick him. Just for that role alone himself. I don't want him to be our primary scorer.
I mean, even a Kay Cunningham could have been on this team.
Yeah.
The Houston Rocket, Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Pistons. I mean, Kay Cunningham could have been on this team and maybe been a guy who can help run the offense. I would take him over Kevin Love right now.
Right. I was thinking Lonzo Ball.
I was thinking Olympic Melo. Shout out to class 1984 in the building.
I would take D-Rose. It's a bunch of play. I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, and I was thinking, damn, Lonzo Ball wouldn't be bad. At least he passed the ball. You know what I mean?
Or LaMelo.
Yeah, Lonzo or LaMelo.
Oh my God! Wait till the Olympics get him and both Ball brothers. Oh man, they messed up. See, the league. I need to be in marketing. See, that don't make no damn sense.
But he'll be lobbing it up. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
But but the other thing I'm thinking about too, maybe they did reach out to some of these guys and these guys declined because there was really a quick turnaround, and I think that a lot of players are just I don't want to play in the Olympics and then know that 3-4 weeks later I'm at the report in training camp. My body needs to recover. So I think that's the other issue. Is that it's just such a quick turnaround. So
and the circumstances behind it all.
Right. I'm about to say they might have reached out to with Trae Young, and we do know he has that bone bruise.
Yeah.
That takes some time to heal up.
Yeah, and do you think about now with this whole virus situation where you're going into an area where cases are like doubling, tripling by the day, and now you're not gonna have any spectators, and you're pretty much gonna be almost like in a bubble once again. Some over 2020, you're probably gonna have that same type of experience. These next couple of weeks. So a lot of people like, maybe in 2024, but not this year. I'm out.
They just gotta take it serious, man. I mean, it's gonna be harder now. The expectation shouldn't be like it was when Jordan and all them played, because we knew they was gonna dominate. But I mean, they gotta take it a little serious.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
The USA did the world no favors when they hired him. But they hired MJ, Magic, and Larry to come. Man, that was ridiculous. That wasn't even necessary. They didn't have to go that hard.
Lord, they would have had Shaq on that team, because remember Shaq was supposed to be on there, and then Christian Laettner was scratched in. Yeah, and man, I tell you, that was But the game has changed, and everybody's got better. After as far as the opponents. So it's definitely not gonna be 92. Never. I don't think that's ever gonna happen again. The world has caught up with us for the most part.
The world is catching up, and we can't just depend on our talent anymore. We actually have to play solid basketball. This is a time where you can go out there, roll the ball on the court, and they just do their thing and win. I mean, you got guys coming hard at you now who are skilled. Like we said earlier, sports is international, so basketball is a global game. Yeah.
Yeah, but shout out to the USA basketball kids, man. They look like they're gonna be a problem one of these days.
Oh yeah.
I like, dang, look, Draymond Green. I like, good Lord. Him and Deuce. I like, good Lord, these kids. That boy 3 years old. I like, good Lord. I like that boy gonna be a problem. He gonna be like, what's your kid? Kendrick Perkins' son.
Oh yeah,
a little stone.
He's probably gonna play football.
Shoot, he gonna be playing basketball. Back to you, Rachel. Rachel. So, fellas, let's talk about the NBA Finals, guys. Just talk, just around the horn, talk about the NBA Finals. Your thoughts on the NBA Finals and just keys to a Game 4 victory for the Suns and the Bucks. I'm gonna go with you first, JB. Your thoughts on the series and keys to win for the night.
The series has been kind of what I would have expected it to be after 3 games. 2-1 Suns. So I think keys to victory for the Suns, they just need to finish quarters better this time around. Like, they had some really ugly finishes to the second quarter and the third quarter, which basically that was the difference in the game, actually. At one point, the game was like a 3-point lead at some point towards in the second quarter, and they pushed the lead up to 15. And then in the third quarter, they cut it down to 4. And then next thing you knew, Milwaukee had pushed it up to 18. So, I mean, you have to finish quarters good. I think for Milwaukee, their guys have to step up. Middleton had a good game. Drew Holiday played better. Bobby Portis played good off the bench. It's going to be the others that are going to have to step up for them, because kind of like what I expected. I expected if Giannis played, for Giannis to have a monster series. They don't really have that guy that's physically strong enough to kind of stonewall him. You kind of saw the last 2 playoffs, what Toronto did with Kawhi, putting Kawhi on him. Kawhi is susceptibly strong, kind of stopped him at the point of attack. And then what Miami was able to do with Bam, putting Bam on him, actually. But if you don't have that guy that's physically strong enough to start kind of stop Giannis, he's a huge problem. So DeAndre Ayton, as good as he is, he just doesn't have that upper body strength. So Giannis is going to have another big game. This is what I expected for him to do in the Brooklyn series as well. It's just going to come down to, can Middleton and Holiday hit enough shots? If they have one of their stinkers, then Phoenix is probably going to win. And the other thing I'm going to say also as well is that just if this game is close tonight, I favor the Suns. I don't like Milwaukee's clutch time offense. They've been pretty bad in close games, except for the Brooklyn game, the Game 7 against Brooklyn, when KD ran out of gas at the end of the game. But like I think if Milwaukee is to win this game, they're going to have to win this game by double digits, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you got, Maui? Your thoughts on the series? And
I'm really looking. I really want the Bucks to win. So like, what I see is control the pace, and definitely they already out rebounding and things of that nature. Just don't just settle for the jump shot. You know what I mean? I think eventually you're gonna have to make like a 12-footer and this and that, but don't settle for the jump shot and stay aggressive. You cannot play with the Suns team. You have to stay aggressive. You know what I mean? Because they're fast paced. You know what I mean? I think like everybody praised Chris Paul. No disrespect, but they scared me worse when he wasn't playing because they was fast, man. You know what I'm saying? And they was a little more arrogant and aggressive when it came to their defense. They'll hack you, throw you down. You know what I mean? Chris Paul seemed like they keep him a little slower to me, but my key to the Suns is basically Booker not get as frustrated when he's not making his shots, and just stay aggressive. You know what I mean? Like they have, and I think if they keep the pace up, if they keep move a little faster, I think that they could be they can kind of like make the Bucks little encouraging. What's the word I'm looking for? Like they really can beat them up like mentally, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I don't know if we're gonna be to catch up. You know, it's almost something like they give up. But from the Bucks standpoint, I wanted them to move up, but then I started paying attention. I said, no, just go ahead and control the pace as much as they can, and just stay aggressive with that. And then because I believe Middleton is going. He didn't have a good game last game. I think he's going to have a good game this one. And of course, I think Giannis. He seemed like he's getting healthy. He's getting confidence. Just keep doing what we're doing, and definitely get Aiden out the game. You know what I mean? Because Aiden is their gem. It's Chris Paul, but Aiden is the one. He's their gem. I think if they get him out, then it's all about them Bucks. But I'm happy to see Giannis because Giannis is right now the big superstar on the floor, and when it gets to these games, that's who you realize. You know what I mean? And then also the coach. He should have more. He should be out coaching Monty because he's got more experience. You know what I mean? So, but I know y'all been like dragging him through the mud. You know what I mean?
People have been dragging him. Bud's been doing better this series, man. Bud is actually he's coached pretty well. I think,
he should. He's been here. Yeah, he's been here, and I'm just like I said, I'm going for the Bucks. I'm I'm happy for Giannis finally realizing he that beast. I felt like he was missing for a minute, but now he's getting more healthy. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. What you got, Chris?
For me, the key for the Bucks, you have to get Aiden out the game. I expect the Bucks to attack. Because the Suns, they weak up front. If Aiden comes out, we putting in Frank Kaminsky. That's the big man that's down low for the Suns now since Saric is out. Frank the Tank. No, man, that ain't finna fly. So he's not stopping Giannis. So no, I mean, get Aiden out the game. Attack. If they do that, the Bucks win easy. Get Aiden in foul trouble. That's the number one thing for them. For the Suns, I think they have to outshoot. They have to knock down threes. They got to outshoot the Bucks.
Yeah. Booker's got to have a better game. Booker was abysmal last game.
Even the rest of the wings, man. I'm talking Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder. They need to knock down threes because we know the Bucks are going to dominate points in the paint. I feel like this seems like I feel like Giannis done tapped into his 06 Wade flow. Like he knows he can't be stopped. He gonna get a bucket whenever he wants to. It's clicked for him. He's hitting the fadeaway on the block, the little mid range. He's getting to the rack. He'll airball a free throw and come back and cash a second one. My boy unfazed right now. He in the zone. Okay? He's gonna be all right. Yeah. So the Suns, they got knocked down threes. And also, if Middleton has a good game, and I'm talking like 22 plus, this game is not close. Because I'm telling you right now, you go ahead and lock Giannis for 40. For the rest of this series, you can go ahead and lock him down for 40 points. He's going to get you 40 points. He's going to get you 12 boards. It sounds crazy, but it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop him right now. So I think the Bucks are going to win 4 straight. I think the Bucks going to win this in 6.
Okay.
It's very reminiscent to the Miami Heat, Dallas
I
Mavericks.
I said that, Chris, but I didn't want to go there. But I said that. But one more thing, I feel like they also play defense on, what is his name, Bridges? That's his name, right, for the Suns?
Yeah.
Because he usually be the silent dude in the corner and knock down threes, and nobody's sticking him. And what I saw this time is say, okay, they making him put the ball on the floor and him have to dribble. You know what I mean? Which take a whole different concept. You know what I mean? Once you get a little lead.
Yeah. And definitely huge shout out to Cam, Michael Jordan, Johnson.
Oh, here we go.
Yo, that dunk was crazy. But so fellas, I found a question. So we all know about the whole taco thing, right? As far as the comeback, if the team is down at halftime, they come back, you get a taco. Is this the night we get tacos? I'm going with you first, Chris. Will we get tacos tonight or no?
I'm keeping the buck with you. No, I think Milwaukee gonna dominate this thing from the jump. I think they're gonna get Aiden out of there, and I think they probably win by like 12, 14.
No tacos, Chris. All right.
No tacos.
Maui, tacos and all.
No, because I think through this whole playoffs, I think that they finally ran into some real big men. I mean, I'm a Laker, so AD was hurt. Drummond looked like he didn't know what he was doing. You know what I mean? And it seemed like, the Clippers. I mean, it looked like finally they got a dude that said, "I'm gonna play big against you. Now y'all got to stop me." But you're gonna end up fouling me. So it is what it is.
Big time.
No
JB, tacos and all.
So what if you come back from a half? So like what if you're losing by 1 at halftime?
Yeah.
And you come back and win.
Yeah. So if the team that's losing, say if it's Phoenix is down by 5 at halftime and they come back to win, you get tacos.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with tacos, man. I think Phoenix is gonna win tonight.
Yeah,
I think Phoenix is gonna win. I think Phoenix is gonna win tonight. Yeah.
I don't think no tacos tonight. we gotta get tacos Saturday night. Hopefully, we might get tacos Saturday night or potentially next Tuesday. But it might get Taco Tuesday Game 6. But definitely no tacos tonight. We'll probably get them on Saturday potentially. As the series go back to Phoenix, that'd be interesting. NBA Finals on a Saturday night, isn't that something? That's historic.
Right.
That's what I was hoping for. I was just hoping that Milwaukee won, so we can at least have a game on Saturday.
When was the last time there was a finals game on a Saturday?
Probably when it was on tape delay in the 80s. Who knows? I know at this point. But yeah, man. So let's put a bow in this week's Couch Coach Live. I'm going around the horn. Final thoughts. Plug your social media. Plug your projects. I'm gonna go with you first, Mal. With your thoughts. Your final thoughts. My bad.
Oh man, great show. I'm happy to be back, man. I've been working hard to get to this point, to get back on here. You want to do my social media? You said. Yeah,
social media. Anything else? Yeah.
Sean Morgan on Facebook. DT Morgan 78 Instagram, and sending love to my buddy the Inslee family that lost their grandmother and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just want to give them a shout out.
Yeah. All right, JB.
Man, good show. We didn't talk about the Nigeria thing, so I didn't get a chance to share my tweet. So.
You tweet? That'll be another. You got Twitter?
No. I saw a tweet that I screenshotted, but another day. But yeah, I'm back on Facebook, but I'm not really active on it. Jamie Bailey on Facebook. I don't have Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. So yeah, but great show, man. It's nice.
Yeah. CB, what you got? What you got cooking? You going? Can we divulge a future plan or that's? No.
Oh yeah, no. We can
okay. All right, let's go.
So of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Chris_Bolton BOLTON_12, and on Instagram at Chris.Bolton. Man, we got something cooking with here at OTBN. Man, got a show coming in the future for college basketball for all the diehards who trying to keep up with college basketball hoops. We got a show coming on the network. in the upcoming months, right before the season kicks, tips off. So be on the lookout for that. Me and my guy Walker Bailey, he's going to be helping out. We're going to be hosting the show together, so that's going to be dope. So we got you covered on that front. And just follow me on social media, tweeting all sports, basketball, football. We got NFL coming up soon. Fantasy football coming up soon. So if you try and get in the league, holla at your boy. You can get scrubbed up too. But yeah. Just follow me on social media, man. I'm looking forward to everything we got coming up.
Yeah, most definitely. Great show once again. Follow the podcast anyway you can your podcast, Facebook, with social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Couch Coach Live. Also, the podcast, check out the podcast on Apple, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcast. Also, watch the Football Guys podcast on Friday nights on the Off the Ball Network as well. Me and my guy Rob Cruz, episode 4. We'll get that going. We got some other stuff we'll be doing, college football previews with our guy Zach. Once again, then we'll be starting our NFL previews. I want to say the next week or two, but we'll kind of keep everybody posted. And we'll still be doing content. Definitely gonna be pushing out some more content on Off the Ball Network. Overreaction Monday's coming back September 13th. So that's another thing. So yeah, man, this is a calm before the storm, man. So at this point, I think I had maybe a week or two before everything kind of kicks into full gear, and man, full speed ahead to Valentine's Day. Up at this point, because after February 14th, I am taking a break for sure.
Chris, where you from?
I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, okay. My brother, he goes to he's an assistant coach for the Mississippi girls basketball team.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he go to school there, but he's one of the side coaches.
One of the coaches out there at State.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what's up. Right. I might cross paths with him.
Yeah, his name is Isaiah Fernandez. You know what I'm saying?
Bet. Now keep that in mind. Yeah.
Yeah, man. StarkVegas. We always talking about StarkVegas. That's all.
Yeah.
StarkVegas is our little spot, Hey.
Man, you gonna pull up again, coach?
Hey, man. Hey, I need to come back because
come on to the real one time.
I got to. You already know. I'm trying to find some ways, man. I try to visit all my cousins.
Yeah,
get my cousin from the Silk.
I was like, you're gonna eat good out here. Go and pull up one time.
Oh, you already know. Gonna eat good out there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Definitely. I definitely, definitely go back there. Had good times and bad times there.
That's everywhere, though.
Yeah, man.
Don't hold the bad times against Mississippi.
Oh no, it was one little thing. It was one little thing. Your boy got laid off in the cookout parking lot.
Oh
man! You win. Yeah. In the cookout parking lot. Wow.
Yeah. Because me and Maui was on the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had a job. We was doing our thing, and we had a conference call on a Monday. So everybody doing their thing. I'm in the cookout parking lot because we had a conference call. And then it was like, yo, we let y'all go.
Oh man!
Look, don't let him front. He was happy. He was ready to go home. He was ready to go home anyway.
You didn't feel like you no more after you got that.
Oh, I ate though. But yeah, man. That was man. We definitely need to go back to the StarkVegas, man. Definitely, and check out Mama Jean once again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah,
right. He know Mama Jean.
What's
that?
He know Mama Jean.
I don't know Mama Jean.
No,
oh yeah.
No, I don't know
you
Mama
would
Jean,
if you knew.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So this has been definitely appreciate it. Once again, another great show. Definitely check out our guys on various social media networks and stay locked in, man. This has been this week's Couch Coach Live, man. We'll catch you guys next week.